Hello, children. How are you all? Let me sing a little song for you. The wheels on the car go round and round all through the road. The plane in the sky flies high, high, high all through the sky. The train on the tracks goes choop, choop, choop all through the tracks. Are you wondering why I'm singing this song? Yes. Did you notice I used the words a car, an aeroplane, a bus, a train, right? What are these? These are called vehicles. You see lots of them on the road. And you know that people can go from one place to another through air, above water, or by road. And different vehicles are used for the same. People use these vehicles as ways to move around or carry goods from one place to another. So these are called the means of transport. So let's read and understand more about transport. So means of transport. We see different kinds of vehicles all around us. We use vehicles to transport goods and people from one place to another. These vehicles are called means of transport. So understood, children? Various vehicles are used to transport goods or people. So they are called means because it is through these vehicles we take the things around or people move from one place to another. Now let's talk about modes of transport. Okay, children? Modes, the mode on which the vehicles run are called modes of transport. These are road transport, rail transport, water transport, and air transport. Modes of transport actually is a term which is used to distinguish between the different ways of taking people or goods from one place to another. The different ways, as you could see here, are road, rail, water, or air. Now we'll talk about roadways or road transport. Now we're going to talk about road transport. When we travel by road, we use car, auto rickshaw, truck, buses, etc. So these are used on the road, right? Tempos, trucks, animal carts, and hand carts are used to carry goods on the road. So on the road, there are many vehicles. Some of them are used by people to move from one place to another. Some vehicles are used to transfer goods from one place to another. And the vehicles which have engines run on petrol, diesel, or CNG. You are all aware of this fact that vehicles which have engines need petrol, diesel, or CNG. Now let's talk about railways or the rail transport. Trains run on railway tracks. They move at a faster speed than any other land vehicle. So you all know that the trains run on railway tracks and the other vehicles which run on road like the bus or the car, the train is faster than them. No? It has a faster speed. So it is more faster than the other modes of transport which run on the road. Trains can take us across our country. So if you have to move around across the country, we can go by train. Trains carry people and goods. Goods trains carry heavy loads from one place to another. They do not carry people. So children, there are two types of trains. Trains where people move around, like people travel in the trains. And there are goods trains where things are transferred from one place to another within the country, right? But in those trains, in the goods train, people do not travel. Waterways or water transport. Like we spoke about road transport, rail, now we are talking about water transport. We use water transport to cross sea, oceans, lake, canal, or river. So you are all very well aware of this fact. If we want to go across the sea or oceans, we use water transport, right? Ships, what are the transport, the vehicles we use? They are the ships, steamers, boats, and sailboats are means of water transport, right? Cargo ships carry heavy loads. As we studied about the trains, there are goods trains. Same way we have cargo ships which carry heavy loads from one place to another. Let's talk about airways or air transport. So you can very well understand air transport would mean traveling through air, by air. So it is the fastest mode of transport. We can travel very far at a great speed using airways. So if you have to travel a very long distance and you don't have much time to spend, so you can use the airplane. You can go by air to reach that place. Aeroplanes and helicopters are the common means of transport in airways. So if you're traveling by air, either you'll go by plane or you can use an helicopter. An aeroplane carries people around the world, whereas a helicopter carries few people over short distances, which means that if you have to travel by air, if you're going anywhere by aeroplane, you can go to far away places anywhere around the world. But by helicopter, you can cover only short distances and it can carry only a very few people. Now let's talk about different types of vehicles. You have seen lots of vehicles on the road and we can sort the vehicles on the basis of how can we differentiate, how can we know about different vehicles. We can sort them on the basis of the number of wheels. Have you noticed, children, that different vehicles have different number of wheels, right? So let's talk about them. Like bicycles and motorcycles have 2 wheels. Auto rickshaws and cycle rickshaws have 3 wheels. Cars and vans have 4 wheels. Trains and aeroplanes have many wheels. Ships and boats have no wheels. So you see there are different types of vehicles and we can differentiate according to their wheels also. So some vehicles have 2 wheels, 3 wheels, some have 4 and some have many. And there are some vehicles like ships and boats which do not have wheels. Now, how do you choose the vehicle you want to travel on? Choice of the vehicle. The number of people traveling. If there are many people traveling, they can't travel by car, so they'll choose a bus. Or the distance to be traveled. Now, suppose you have to travel a long distance, which cannot be covered by a car or a bus. So you will choose a train. Or you can choose an aeroplane. Then next is the time in hand to travel. Suppose you have enough time, you can go by train, but you have less time and you have to reach your destination fast. So you will choose an aeroplane. So choice of vehicles is done by the number of people traveling, the distance to be traveled, and the time in hand to travel. I hope, children, you are clear about the different modes of transport, the choices of the vehicles, the different types of vehicles. Now what you have to do is you have to go through your lesson, your LM once again, read it carefully to understand it all the more better. Thank you, children. Take care and keep reading.